Have you ever paused in the quiet of the morning, staring into your coffee cup, and wondered where the fire that once propelled you through careers, family milestones, and personal triumphs is gone? It's as if the years have gently layered a veil over your enthusiasm, making the world feel a bit heavier, the days a touch longer. I see this in so many wise souls I've spoken with. Folks in their 50s, 60s, and beyond, from bustling cities in the U.S. to serene countrysides in the U.K. and sun-kissed shores of Australia. But let me assure you, with the warmth of an old friend, that spark isn't extinguished. It's merely awaiting a gentle nudge to roar back to life. Today, as your guide and fellow traveler on this path, I'm here to share 6 profound techniques to stay motivated every day. These aren't fleeting tricks, but timeless practices rooted in the wisdom of great thinkers like Jim Rohn, who taught us that motivation blooms from disciplined, intentional living. We'll explore each one deeply, with stories that mirror your own experiences, examples that make them tangible, and insights that connect straight to your heart. So settle in, my friend. Let's reignite that inner light together, step by thoughtful step. Start with small wins. Let's begin with the cornerstone of sustained motivation, embracing small wins. You see, in our later years, it's easy to feel daunted by the grand scale of life's remaining ambitions. Perhaps writing that memoir, traveling to distant lands, or mentoring the next generation. But overwhelming goals can paralyze us, leading to a cycle of inaction and fading drive. Instead, the secret lies in fragmenting your aspirations into bite-sized, achievable actions. This approach leverages the psychological power of accomplishment. Each small victory releases a surge of dopamine, that feel-good chemical in our brains, creating a positive feedback loop that propels you forward. It's like building a mosaic, one tile at a time. The picture emerges beautifully. To make this vivid, consider how you might apply it. If your goal is to improve your health, don't vow to run a marathon tomorrow. Start with a 10-minute walk around the block, followed by preparing a nourishing salad. Track these in a simple notebook, and at day's end, reflect on the progress. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress, fostering a sense of agency and control that combats the helplessness that sometimes creeps in with age. Now, let me share a story that brings this to life. Meet Margaret, a 62-year-old former schoolteacher from a quiet suburb in Texas. After retiring, her days felt like an endless void. Her children grown and flown, her routine shattered. Motivation ebbed away. She'd stare at unfinished projects, like organizing family photos or starting a herb garden, feeling too exhausted to begin. One crisp autumn morning, inspired by a conversation with a neighbor, Margaret decided to experiment with small wins. She began modestly, folding the laundry that had piled up, then brewing a pot of her favorite herbal tea and savoring it on the porch. That tiny ritual sparked something. She dusted off her old recipe book and baked a batch of cookies for the local shelter. By week's end, those small acts snowballed. She joined a walking group, reconnected with old friends via letters, and even sketched preliminary plans for a community storytelling circle. Margaret's transformation was profound. Her eyes lit up again, her steps quickened. She told me, it wasn't about conquering mountains. It was about climbing the first hill, and suddenly, the view inspired the next. You, too, can harness this. Identify one small win today. Perhaps making your bed with care or calling a loved one, and feel the momentum build. It's gentle, it's doable, and it works wonders for sustaining motivation. Reflect on your journey. Moving to our second technique, the art of reflection on your journey. In a world that rushes forward, we often forget to glance back, not to lament what was, but to honor the wisdom we've gathered. Reflection is a meditative practice that reconnects you with your core strengths, reminding you of past triumphs and lessons that shape your present self. It's about cultivating gratitude for the path walked, which in turn infuses your days with purpose and resilience. Psychologically, this combats a narrative of decline that society sometimes imposes on us as we age, replacing it with a story of growth and depth. Practically, set aside 5 to 10 minutes each evening. Sit in a comfortable spot, perhaps with a cup of tea, and jot down 3 elements from your past: a challenge overcome, a joy shared, or a skill honed. Analyze them briefly. What did they teach you? How can they inform today? This isn't navel gazing. It's strategic introspection that builds emotional fortitude. Allow me to illustrate with Robert, a 55-year-old civil engineer from Manchester in the UK. After corporate restructuring left him redundant, Robert grappled with self-doubt. His motivation plummeted. Days filled with aimless scrolling and unfulfilled plans for a consultancy business. He felt his prime had passed, overshadowed by younger colleagues. But Robert turned to reflection as a lifeline. Each night, he'd review his career highlights. The bridge he designed that withstood a fierce storm, saving lives. The team he mentored who went on to innovate. Even personal feats like navigating his family's move abroad. He'd dissect these, noting his problem-solving prowess, his empathy in leadership. This practice reframed his identity, from outdated to experienced sage. Motivated anew, Robert launched online webinars sharing engineering insights, attracting global audiences. His story underscores how reflection isn't passive. It's a catalyst. Try it yourself. Tonight, recall a moment of quiet strength from your life. Let fuel tomorrow's steps, weaving your rich history into ongoing motivation. Surround yourself with uplift. Our third technique delves into the environment's profound influence. Surrounding yourself with uplift. As we mature, our circles may naturally shrink. Friends relocate, loved ones pass. But there's open space to intentionally curate positivity. This means choosing companions who energize rather than drain, spaces that suit the soul, and media that inspires. Environment shapes mindset. Studies show that positive social connections can boost endorphins, enhancing motivation and even longevity. It's about creating a nurturing ecosystem where motivation flourishes organically. In practice, audit your surroundings. Who do you spend time with? Seek out book clubs, volunteer groups, or online forums for like-minded seniors. Adorn your home with uplifting elements. Photos of cherished memories, plants that symbolize growth, or playlists of motivational talks. Limit exposure to negativity like doom-scrolling news, opting instead for podcasts on personal growth. To personalize this, let's meet Eleanor, a 68-year-old widow from Sydney, Australia. After her husband's passing, isolation enveloped her. Motivation faded. Her once vibrant garden overgrown. Her social calendar blank. Days blurred in solitude. But Eleanor chose change. She joined a local art therapy group, where kindred spirits shared laughter and stories over paints. She revamped her living room with seashells from family beach trips, uplifting books on resilience, and a corner for meditation. These shifts were transformative. Surrounded by uplift, she rediscovered painting, exhibiting her works at community fairs, and forming deep friendships. Eleanor's revival highlights how environment isn't fate. It's a choice. Begin today. Invite a positive influence into your space, whether a new plant or a call to an old friend. Watch how it elevates your daily motivation, like sunlight piercing clouds. Practice daily gratitude. Now let's explore the fourth technique, practicing daily gratitude. This isn't mere politeness. It's a profound shift in perspective that illuminates what's abundant in your life, countering the focus on losses that can accompany aging. Gratitude rewires the brain toward positivity, reducing stress and amplifying motivation through heightened awareness of blessings. It's a quiet revolution, simple yet transformative, implemented by pausing twice daily, morning for anticipation, evening for reflection. List 3 specifics: health that allows independence, a roof over your head, or a grandchild smile. Delve deeper. Why does it matter? How does it enrich you? This depth makes it stick. Harold, a 59-year-old high school teacher from San Francisco, embodies this. Approaching retirement, burnout eroded his passion. Motivation waned. Lessons felt rote. He started gratitude over breakfast, thanking his sturdy heart for morning jogs, his cozy study for quiet planning, and past students whose successes affirmed his impact. One poignant entry: gratitude for a card from a former pupil, now a doctor, crediting Harold's encouragement. This ritual revitalized him. He innovated curricula, mentored rookies, and even authored educational articles. Harold's journey shows gratitude as fuel. Embrace it. Note one thing now. Let it kindle sustained motivation, warming your days like a hearth fire. Embrace a flexible routine. Technique 5 centers on embracing a flexible routine, a framework that provides gentle structure without suffocating spontaneity. In our 50s and up, life's unpredictability, health fluctuations, family visits, demands adaptability. A rigid schedule can breed frustration, but a flexible one builds reliability, turning habits into motivational anchors. It's about rhythm, not restriction, fostering consistency that breeds progress. Craft yours thoughtfully. Mornings for physical activity like yoga, midday for creative pursuits, evenings for winding down with reading. Build in buffers. If plans shift, pivot gracefully. Review weekly, adjusting as needed. Susan, a 64-year-old retired nurse from Brooklyn, New York, illustrates this beautifully. Post-career, structureless days led to lethargy. Motivation dissolved amid endless Netflix binges. She designed a flexible routine, dawn stretches, garden tending, afternoon walks, or neighbor chats, twilight journaling. When grandchildren arrived unexpectedly, she adapted, turning it into a nature scavenger hunt. This routine restored her vitality. She led hospital volunteer programs, her energy infectious. Susan's story proves flexibility sustains motivation. Start yours. Outline a loose day plan. Let it guide you gently toward fulfillment. Connect with purposeful goals. Our final technique, connecting with purposeful goals. Motivation endures when tied to deeper meaning, values like legacy, community, or personal evolution. This alignment infuses actions with significance, transforming mundane tasks into meaningful strides. It's the why behind the what, providing enduring drive. Set goals smartly, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, but rooted in purpose. Review them bi-weekly, celebrating alignments. Thomas, a 70-year-old veteran from Toronto, Canada, found renewal here. Post-military, purposelessness dimmed his drive. Days fell hollow. He identified his core, service and storytelling. Goal, share war tales with youth via school visits. Each session connected history to life lessons, inspiring attendees. One pursued military history, validating Thomas. He expanded to a memoir, Motivation Soaring. Thomas teaches at Purpose Ignites. Reflect, what's your why? Link goals to it, and watch motivation thrive eternally. As we conclude this shared exploration, allow a peaceful moment to absorb these insights. Feel them resonate. The small winds building like waves, reflections weaving your tapestry, uplifts enveloping you, gratitude illuminating paths, routines guiding softly, and purposes anchoring deeply. Which technique calls to you most vividly? Perhaps it's the story of Margaret's rebirth or Harold's quiet thanks that stirs your soul. You hold the power to integrate these, crafting days brimming with vitality. In the comment below, share your reflections. What sparked for you, or which technique will you weave in first? Your voice enriches us all. If this journey touched your heart, kindly like the video, subscribe for ongoing wisdom, and share a companion on their path. Together, we amplify this light of motivation. Thank you, from my heart to yours, for this time together. May your days be ever inspired,